For base in the Bay Area, as we welcome you to the O.co Coliseum in Oakland. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the Oakland A's. A big-time arm and a power bat. Should be fun. First pitch is next. Jesse Hahn, a native of Connecticut, will be doing the pitching in this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, his whip is above league average. Been dependable, but does run into some trouble. So we'll see how he fares in this one.
Leonis Martin heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Seattle, center fielder, number 12.
Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one. Eric, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
And right after the game, they're off to begin a 9-game.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he will get there with the game's first hit, a leadoff double.
Boy, that's an ideal start to the afternoon right here.
Exactly.
If nothing else, you want to let this pitcher know that you mean business. And I think this is going to get his attention right away as he kicks things off with 2 bases.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Valencia backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Steve, what are the keys to success for them today?
Well, I think patience at the plate is one of the issues that you're going to be looking at today. This pitcher throws a ton of pitches, walks a bunch of guys, so make him prove that he can throw the ball over the plate, and if he does, let it rip.
Nelson Cruz will dig in now in a run-scoring spot, and they've got the right man for the job here as he currently leads the American League in RBIs.
Yeah, and you guys know he's definitely been one of the best run producers in the sport over the last several weeks. I'm sure his guys are hoping that he can keep it up all the way into the fall.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And there are the league leaders in RBIs that we referenced a moment ago. Hahn sets. Here it is on 1-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that's going to fall. A base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third. So they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Let's watch this swing in show motion. You're going to see this pitch just tie him up in knots, but somehow he's able to fist it all the way out to right field.
Here's Robbie Cano now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. The average entering play at a cool .330. 3 homers and 11 RBIs. Goodness. 0-2 now.
Now, with runners at the corners and 2 strikes, this is a spot where you've got to make something positive come out of this on the mound.
The 0-2 delivery. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Gloved by Lowry. To second for 1. Over to Butler at first. A double play, and the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Hisashi Iwakuma starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, one of the areas where he's fared real well, when he gets into jams, he's able to get out of them. He has not allowed a lot of hits when guys are out in scoring position. He'll hope to continue that here in this one.
Billy Burns Comes to the plate to lead
Leading
things
up for
off
the
here
A's.
in the bottom half of the first.
Designated hitter, Billy Burns.
Just got a piece up the line. Seager has to hurry, and the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Batting second, center fielder, Chris Coughlin.
Chris Coughlin will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope.
Pitch is high. The throw. The throw is low, and he can't make the pick.
And we'll give you an isolation look at this one from our camera down in the third base well. You'll see he's not looking back. This is a straight steal, and he's into second with no one out.
No one out with a runner at second. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will land foul. Two and one. DK, you look at the M's entering play here this afternoon. 4 and 2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
After the loss in the opener of the series, that was a much-needed win yesterday. So they can look to win this series and take 2 out of 3 if they can just take care of business here.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2 and 2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And another foul ball. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate.
Well, that pitch is so low and such an easy take that you basically waste that opportunity you had on 2 and 2.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Hit out towards second. Cano has it. And a rather easy first out. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Steve, how do they send these fans home happy here today?
Well, the wind is blowing in today, so you're not going to see a lot of long drives. Focus on hitting the ball on a line and on the ground to score your runs today.
George Springer makes his first appearance here, and he'll do so in a good RBI spot. Leadoff man at third with 1 down.
You said it, Matt. This is a great opportunity to cash in that early run. And credit the last guy for doing his job by getting that runner to third base. That's a very productive at-bat.
Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 0-2 home. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third. And with that, let's take a look at how the Mariners will set up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this defense is really anchored up the middle, and most specifically, the guy over at second base. He turns the double play as well as anybody in the game, has a lot of range, and really takes away a lot of hits from the other team.
So a man at third here with 2 gone, and that'll bring forth the great slugging left fielder Ryan Braun. First offering on its way. And he lays off there 1-0.
And this is maybe not a pitch around situation, but you need to be real careful with a guy like this and 2 away.
Men on third with 2 down. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Chopped weakly to the left. Seager over to his left. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for Oakland. After 1, no score. Franklin Gutierrez will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Well, his batting average is ugly, and his last 10 games have been ugly. Just 2 hits in his last 10.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Yeah, Ferguson might call a few strikes below the knees from time to time, but he tends to get pretty high praise. He's consistent, and he gets the call right just about every time.
Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there. It's 3-1 now. Steve Clevenger waits on deck. On the ground to third. To his right, Valencia. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. With a moment now, let's get a quick glance at the Oakland A's defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, George Springer has so many athletic talents. He's basically a 5-tool player. Defensively, he does so many things well, and it's allowed him to really impact this ball club.
Steve Clevenger will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Hahn has his target. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
They tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. It didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. To short. On to Butler in time, and there are 2 away.
Now, these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for him. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
Nori Aoki will dig in now. Currently 9th in the AL in hitting entering play.
And he hit over 300 during the last month, so he's seeing it really well right now.
First delivery to him on the way. First pitch curveball runs in a bit too tight. It's ball 1. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Ready on 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Danny Valencia strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Danny Valencia.
Into the windup and the pitch. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. That evens it up, 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Full count, 3-2.
Now this one sets up a big pitch because you don't want to lose that leadoff guy in a scoreless ball game.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Wow, just a great at-bat right there. Simple as that. Patient, laid off some tough pitches. He was rewarded.
Jed Lowry will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And with his stuff, guys will chase the slider. They'll chase the curveball, but they're not going to chase that fastball. He's got to put that thing a little closer to the zone.
Runners on the move for second. And here's a ball hit in the air. Seager in foul ground and reined in, 1 away.
And this is right where they wanted this thing. You see it on show track there. They wanted to take him up around the letters, hoping for the pop-up, and that's exactly what they got.
Travis d'Arnaud will stand in. Couple of hits in that ball game last night.
Well, you look for a guy to produce. He's got 9 RBIs in his last 10 games, and he had another good one yesterday as well.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Oh, and that's a good fastball right there. He might have been thinking about protecting against that sinker.
On its tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half. We'll go now to the top of the third, and we are tied 0-0. Beautiful day here in the East Bay as we get a shot there of downtown Oakland, and the Bay set to go here in the third. Ketel Marte is into the
Leading
box
off for
as
the
we are
Mariners,
all set to begin the
shortstop,
third.
Ketel Marte.
Hahn into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Now a fastball is skied out to Braun in left. One pitch, one away.
Batting ninth.
Boy, they
the
are just
catcher,
making
number
life
33,
easy for this guy.
Chris
Swinging on the
Iannetta.
first pitch of the inning. Pretty routine fly ball. It's been a cakewalk here early on.
Chris Iannetta will stand in now. Still struggling to get anything going offensively.
And you know what, guys? It's just not getting a whole lot better for this guy either. He's hitting under .230 over his last 10 games.
In there at the knees, strike one. Liner towards second. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
And you know, that's what they
Center fielder
needed.
number
It's
12,
just a one-out single,
Leonis
nothing too amazing.
Martin.
But now at least you get that guy into the stretch and maybe give your guys a little hope up there.
Leonis Martin will stand in. He doubled to open up the ball game.
Good job of going the other way. Almost felt like he was looking to go the other way, trying to drive it to the opposite field. Let's see if he does the same thing here.
Now a ball softly hit and fouled off to the left, strike one. Third inning, no score to this point. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
Well, that's a base hit he
number
desperately
15,
needed.
third
He's seen that
baseman,
batting average fall
Kyle
under the
Seager.
Mendoza line, so he's in danger of losing playing time if he doesn't get his act together.
Coming to the plate now, Kyle Seager. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Braun sprinting after it. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in if you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
2-2. Full count now. 3-2.
Obviously, the last thing you want to do here is load the bases when you've got that guy on deck.
Good battle. Count remains full. On the ground to the left side. Oh, he makes the stop. The second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. We've played 2.5. No score on the show. Billy Butler will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of one run.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. The windup and the 0-1. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Drilled on the ground is short. To his left, Marte. And he's set down, one away.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Marcus Semien will step in now. He drove in his club's only run a night ago.
Well, his last game was a breath of fresh air because he's been stinking it up lately. Under 200 over his last 10 games.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Well, that may have been a borderline call right there, but you know what? He's going to get those calls sometimes. He's a big-name pitcher out there, and that can certainly play into your favor.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
Well, if he's going to overcommit to pitches like that down in the zone, I'd keep throwing him until he proves he can lay off.
Hit to short. Marte is up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Yeah, both these two starters are matching each other in the early innings, stride for stride. He's an out away now from a 1-2-3 bottom of the third.
Stepping in, Billy Burns, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that's in there for his strike. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Gutierrez is in his tracks now, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it. 1-2-3 go the A's. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Nelson Cruz is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Hahn gets the sign. First pitch on the way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the second strike. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. The 1-2 pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Calling for it, Semien. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And both of these guys will get it up to over 90, as you can see. 94 for one, 91 for the other. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch is a breaking ball taken down and away for ball 1. A little bouncer, but it's foul, strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive, but this is a foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. To first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning.
Well, in most cases, once he kicks this thing, it's going to be a sure error. But luckily for him, he's got a diesel tanker headed down the first baseline. So he's able to gather this thing up and still get the out at first.
At the plate, Franklin Gutierrez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And a ball, 1-0.
Well, that 2-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
A good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Swing and a ball line down in the left field corner, but this will be foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
And this guy won't lay down here because there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's putting up a good fight.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Guys, that's just an amazing at-bat right there. All that guy on the mound wants to do is find that one put-away pitch and get him back in the dugout. But try as he might, he never could find it. And he winds up not only losing this guy, but taking up a big chunk of his stamina to do it. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Steve Clevenger is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. A runner on first with 2 away. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Mariners leave 1. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Chris Coghlan is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet. So getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Sometimes all it takes is just one call to go against you, like that one right there, and then you get yourself out of your own rhythm. You got to be able to put that behind you and move on.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, nothing on the scoreboard yet, so maybe this can be a start as he's on base to lead off the inning.
George Springer.
Into the box now, George Springer. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
And Matt, that was a pretty nasty breaking ball that buckled him last time up, so it'll be interesting to see if they attack him with the breaking ball again here.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Out in front of it, strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Nobody out, runner on first. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Smoke toward the hole, and that's through for a hit.
Yeah, a big hole on the right side of the infield. You see it there. With the first baseman holding, the second baseman at double play depth, there's a lot of real estate out there, and he just bounces it right through the opening.
Here's Ryan Braun now. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1.
As a hitter here, you've got to make him get the ball up. You don't go swinging at pitches that are down in the zone and more likely to turn into double play balls.
Big swing there by Braun, but he comes up empty. No balls and 2 strikes.
And on 0-2, I'd be shocked to see another fastball in the strike zone.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
After it is Martin.
1 down.
Well, they took him up the ladder right there with the fastball, and he actually did a pretty good job to get wood on it at all. But it's still an easy play out there in center field.
Digging in to try it again, Danny Valencia.
He drew a walk his first time up.
First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Hit hard up the middle. Stopped on the slide by Cano. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We played 4 full, and we are tied 0-0. Nori Aoki heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
In now, Ketel Marte. He flew out in his last at-bat. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Cue shot here out towards short. On to Butler in time, and there are 2 away.
The catcher, number 33, Chris Iannetta.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in now the catcher, Chris Iannetta. Hans ready. First pitch on its way. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Swing and a liner. Foul. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Grounder down the line at third. And no shot there for Valencia. It's a fair ball.
Yeah, and this is something he'll figure out as time goes along. It's not how hard you throw, it's how well you can disrupt a hitter's timing. Growing up, guys are used to just blowing the ball by hitters, but once you get to this level, it doesn't always work out that way.
Leonis Martin digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. On his way to pitch number 75. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. 2 out with the man at first. Not close. It's 2-0.
You can tell he's starting to get a little jumpy out there. He's got to take his time and really focus in on the glove.
Grounded up the first baseline, but this will get foul. 2-1. Hot shot to third. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. Last half of the 5th coming up, and we still have no score. Jed Lowry comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Second baseman, Jed Lowry.
First pitch on its way. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. But this will land untouched. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Drilled to the right side. Gets dirty and gloves it. Onto the pitcher covering, and he dropped the baseball. And I would imagine they'd have to score that an E1.
Don't know quite what happened on this one. Here it is again. I mean, this just hits him right on the heel of the glove.
Travis d'Arnaud will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Ready with the 1-0. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. And that misses. 2-1.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
A runner at first with no outs here. Now a swing, and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Maybe a pitch here that he's trying to do a little too much with. He just can't get on top of it. Winds up an easy pop out.
Billy Butler stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Right side. Cano fields it cleanly. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Nothing doing there for the A's. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Kyle Seager will get things going here in the Mariners 6th as he'll step in to lead off the inning.
Third baseman, Kyle
First
Seager.
pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there, no balls and a strike. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
1-2. Here it comes. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Yeah, it's a good battle to start this inning. That's what you like to see when you've got a guy out there that's getting up there in pitch count.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And here's a look now at his pitches by inning so far.
How about it?
You can see he had troubles back in the 4th, but other than that, he's been around what you'd expect.
Nelson Cruz will stand in. He singled and popped out in his first 2 at-bats. Hit hard toward first, but taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher.
And these are the kind of breaks he's been getting. Even the hard hit balls are finding leather. Seems like everything's coming up roses in this start.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. As he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. And that is through into right field for a single.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and digging in is the right fielder, Franklin Gutierrez. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
But now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
Down the third baseline. This will get foul for strike 2. Looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw now in the Oakland pen. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2.
I think he's set up for that changeup again, Steve. Don't you?
I was thinking the same thing.
A runner on first with 2 away. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I smell another changeup coming here before too long.
Could even be right here.
Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Hit down the third base line. Fielded cleanly. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. One left for Seattle. We are still scoreless. Marcus Semien gets things started here in the sixth for the hometown team.
The shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Bat explodes as this is popped up. And on one pitch, he's retired.
You know, you always worry about the pitcher in a situation like this because he's the closest one to the action. So, of course, he has the least amount of time to dodge anything that comes his way. But he concentrates well enough to get the baseball and throw the guy out at first.
Stepping in now, Billy Burns. As he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. Iwakuma gets the sign. Here's the 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Well, a lot of switch hitters like to use the whole field, and this guy's no different. And he just sprays this thing the other way, and he's got himself a one-out single.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. Runner back safely. Standing in now, Chris Coughlin. A pitch out. The throw on a great time to pitch out as he'll be thrown out easily at second.
You know, some managers don't like to call for the pitch out right away, thinking if they guess wrong, it changes the whole at bat. But here, they had a good idea he'd be running, and turns out they were right.
The 1-0 delivery. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
Hard to believe he let that one go. That was right on a platter for him.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Sinker, 3-2 now. George Springer would be next. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. And Seager will put this one away to retire the side. A's go quietly there. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. Neither team denting the run column quite yet as we look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Steve Clevenger will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
Well, this guy has done a pretty good job of being effectively wild. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to about 60% of the batters he's faced, but look at where he's sitting right now. Excellent.
And he lays off for ball 1. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Shot toward right center. Coughlin is right there, one down.
Well, this ball was hit pretty hard, and he's just hoping to get on base as the go-ahead run. But it kind of hangs up there a little bit too long, and it finds the outfielder's glove.
Here's Nori Aoki. He'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike one. And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now. A little roller toward the hole. Butler takes it in, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 4, shortstop, Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A little bit outside. 2-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Braun has a beat on it, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order. Still no score.
7th inning stretch.
George Springer steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Scorched to third. No problem here. 1 away.
When you take a look there at the line from our starter, I mean, basically, he's allowed 3 singles so far, and that's it. They haven't been able to mount any real opposition against him so far.
Ryan Braun will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%, but that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
In the air, out to right. No trouble out there for Gutierrez as that becomes out number 2.
And really, from what we've seen here so far this afternoon, balls just don't seem to have a whole lot of carry to them, and this was another example right there.
Danny Valencia comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe this game isn't tied if it weren't for that. I mean, double plays are such huge rally killers.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Outside and low, 3-0.
I think at this point, 2-out walk isn't the worst thing in the world. You'd like to avoid it if you can, but this can be a dangerous spot if you just groove one.
And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
That probably should have been a strike, but 3-0, sometimes you don't get that call. He puts a man on here on the 4-pitch walk.
Here's Jed Lowry now. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
Iwakuma comes set. Here's the 1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Ground ball right side. Cano fields it from deep in the hole, and he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Travis d'Arnaud will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
One 0 count. Here it is. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Chopped in front of home plate. On to first, and the A's fail to cash in here as the side is retired. A's strand a couple. We are still scoreless. Adam Lind is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
26, Adam Lind.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Underhanded flip.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Boy, and your pitcher's already over 100 pitches, and now you're making things even tougher on him thanks to an error that really should have been avoided.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first, and the best he can do is a no decision in this one. John Axford will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out.
Sean Axford.
Here's Leonis Martin. This is in the air out to right. On the move is Springer. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Well, look there at the numbers for our two starters here today, with both guys recently departed from the ball game, and look. Kyle Seager ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
From the belt, the pitch. Oh, that one deflects off him. I think it got his arm. Throw to first, but he's safe. And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound.
How's he doing after that shot?
And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm. And that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off. And from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue. So that at least is a good sign. Nelson Cruz digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he was pretty unlucky last time because he squared up that fastball nicely. So we're going to have to see if they still come at him with hard stuff.
Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball one.
And the M's just need that one big hit that's been eluding them.
Runners are at first and second with one away. That's wide, 2-0. Does he dare go fastball here, 2-0?
I think he's got to.
Got his 2-0 fastball, but he was way behind, 2-1.
And that's a case where he's just trying to do anything to get his guys on the board.
Three and one. Well, as if things weren't bad enough, he's in danger now of loading the bases for that man.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever a sound strategy in anybody's book.
Hit hard back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. Now a long throw home, but it is not in time as they take the lead here in the late going.
That's a big base hit for him right there. That drives in the go-ahead run. He's fired up down there at first, and I'm sure his dugout is even more fired up.
Here's Robbie Cano now. And he'll take a look at ball one. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Runners are at first and third, one away. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Braun has a read on it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
Good job there to pick up an insurance run here on the sacrifice fly. The way their starter's throwing, he may not even need it. But I bet he'll be grateful for that extra cushion, no doubt.
Liam Hendricks will take over here with a runner at first and two gone in the inning.
31, Liam Hendricks.
Franklin Gutierrez will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
2 out with the man at first. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning, and a runner left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Mariners 2 and the A's nothing. Mike Zunino is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 3, Mike Zunino.
Leading off the inning, Billy Butler, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Iwakuma steps into the wind. 0-2 pitch on its way. And this is taken there by Butler. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, this was right to the catcher's glove. I mean, he hardly moved, but he was just set up a little too far off the plate to get the call.
Back to the fastball, but it's upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shutout attack as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Marcus Semien stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Tap fouled at home plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Next pitch here will be number 100 through 7 1/3. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And a good pitch, but he gets quite a lot of it. And, in fact, he got more than a lot of it. He got all of it. It's a home run. solo shot here to left, and the A's are on the board now. It's a 2-1 ball game.
These guys, they can get you from anywhere. I mean, that's the number 9 hitter here, and he's taking one over the wall. You sure don't get a lot of easy outs with this lineup.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Billy
Designated
Burns.
hitter, Billy Burns.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. 1 out, nobody on. Another one sent foul. Another 1-2 delivery. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
In a 1-run game like this, just keeping this guy off base is a big development because he can do his damage in a lot of different ways.
Chris Coughlin will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now. You get the sense he's starting to nibble a bit at the corners here, and that's something he wasn't doing earlier.
Yeah, and he sort of backed off the throttle a little bit, too. I'm wondering if that home run ball might have changed his approach just a little bit.
Clevenger fields it cleanly, and he'll just make the tag himself, and the inning is over. But the A's get one back thanks to the solo home run. 9th inning coming up, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. Striding in to start the 9th, Steve Clevenger, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Pitch on the way. Hit hard on the ground to third. Valencia scoops it up, throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
The left fielder, number 8, Nori Aoki.
Nori Aoki stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Yeah, this pitch is just nowhere near the target. You see it run in and catch him right about thigh high. I have a feeling the bruise will be worse than the pain. And that'll leave a nice rainbow for a good couple of weeks.
Into the box, Ketel Marte, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. Here it comes, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He is definitely not a guy that's going to back down out there. Right after the hit by pitch, he comes right back inside with another heater. Kind of shows you what he's made of.
Runner goes for second. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will land foul. Runner at first here, one man out. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
And you know he doesn't want to follow up that hit by pitch with a walk to the next guy. So if I'm hitting, I'm sitting dead red fastball on 3-1.
Set. Here's the 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
Might not be a bad time to have a look over to first. Make sure they don't have any ideas of trying to send him to keep out of the double play.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with one away.
And you can see the reaction on the mound. He's saying, there is no way that pitch was outside. And it's a call I've got to have. Got to put that behind you, though, and move on.
Fernando Rodriguez will take over now with one away in the top of inning number 9.
Fernando Rodriguez.
Mike Zunino will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and one gone. Looking to keep this a one-run game. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And the fastball easy to lay off that time, 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Leonis Martin waits on deck. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
And this could really be trouble now, because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Mark Zipchinski will take over now with one away in the top of inning number 9.
Mark Zipchinski.
Leonis Martin will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only one out now.
Well, you know he's feeling good at the plate, so he's already got 2 hits in this game, looking for another one.
From the stretch. And now everybody's running. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Oh, and 1, here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to second. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. 1 run scores. The run scores from second, and it's a 4-1 game.
Well, with the bases loaded, sometimes pitchers get worried about going back inside because they don't want to hit a guy and force home a run. So here, he's working out over the middle of the plate, and it's going to cost him. And this will drive home 2 on the double.
Ryan Madsen will take over now with 1 away in the top of inning number 9.
Madsen.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Runners are at second and third with 1 down. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
I tell you, that was not an easy take.
It sure wasn't, especially when you've got to protect on an 0-2 count.
Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul.
Just finding a way to stay alive up there.
And that misses 2-2.
Good take. You know, he's giving him a great battle with guys in scoring position.
Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. He spoils another one, and will do it again. Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
And if he was guessing up there, he was guessing right, because he's all over that thing like a shaggy dog, and he drives it over the wall.
Sean Doolittle will take over now with 1 away in the top of inning number 9.
62, Sean Doolittle. Now batting, designated hitter, Nelson Cruz.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Doolittle pauses, coming at it with the 0-1 to right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo home run from Nelson Cruz, number 249 career, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
The batter, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
The 0-1 delivery. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Boy, he sure can sling that thing, can't he?
He sure can. A very wide arm angle, comes from the first base side. It's not straight either, it's moving.
And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here's another 1-2. Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Smoked on the ground up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Well, here we are. It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. Got himself another multi-hit ball game here.
Stepping up to the plate, Franklin Gutierrez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And Butler will take control of this one for route number 2.
You see here on Show Track, that pitch up and in just ties him in knots. You leave that out over the plate, you'll be in trouble, but if you can locate there, things will be just fine.
Stepping in now, Steve Clevenger, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And a low throw that time, but good footwork there by Butler as he's able to hang with it, and the inning is over. All told, 10 men come to the plate here. 6 of them score. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. Seattle leads this one 8-1. George Springer will lead things off here in the ninth in what's been a truly forgettable ball game for this home nine, and not a very inspiring performance either.
And I guess the kicker for me is the way that these guys are responding. It's one thing to go out and get clobbered. It happens, but when you get guys going through the motions, not running out ground balls, not backing up, that's where I take issue.
And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Takes this the other way to right. Gutierrez is there, and that won't help the cause. It's a quick out here to start the home ninth.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Ryan Braun will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. And the pitch. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. A 1 pitch on its way. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
You like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
1 out, nobody on. Ripped on the ground to first. Clevenger has it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, third baseman, Danny Valencia.
Danny Valencia stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. The pitch. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. That's inside, 2-0. The 2-0 on the way. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
And that's cut on and missed, so now the A's are down to their final strike of the ball game.
Yeah, he was trying to do something dramatic right there, but when you think about it, at this point in the ball game, all you need is base runners.
Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And with that, I can finally say the 4 words I've had on my mind for what seems like an eternity. This ball game is over.
Well, we talked about how they needed a good outing out of this guy, and he gave them that and even more, finishing off the complete game victory.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys. But what do you say we go ahead and let this man take home the hardware? He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to the show.